The film director is truly amazing. And part of what makes him amazing is that he has such a diverse background, so that his creativity is coming from all these different angles of having 2 engineering degrees, but also being a musician and composer and an amazing artist as a filmmaker, and very, very modest, but you see it in the quality of the film that he has amazing talent.
For By No Means, we had Pedro, who was very helpful. He and the director Alex, they went along together, and they had similar visions, and Pedro was just great, like he heard what Alex wanted and he would just film it. So it was wonderful having him on set, because then you had Alex free and you can have him do other things.
I remember there were times where, Alex wanted something really specific, right? And I remember, I wasn't getting it, or I wasn't quite sure. And I remember being really relieved. Alex would sort of take the camera from me, like, let me show you. And then he would kind of show me exactly what he wanted. And I like a director who can sort of just who knows what he wants, but is also able to kind of physically show me.
I think especially in indie film, I think the director has to know what's going on at all times, and it's always good to have the director behind the camera. But ideally, you would want a camera operator or a director of photography who would take care of all that business. So, but it's a tough thing, It's like if you have a camera operator that you do trust, and if the director and the camera operator go well and they sync well, I would say definitely, have a camera operator and, have them worry about the camera while the director worries about, the actors, talking to them, what's going on the set, maybe even start setting up the second shot, but in an indie environment, it's difficult for that to happen. And I think it's always better so that if the director is there and if he is behind camera and if he knows what he wants and what's going on, it's always the best scenario.
I know Orson Welles on Citizen Kane was very hands-on with his DP on sort of the shooting of that movie. And in fact, actually, if you watch that movie, he shares Orson Welles and his director of photography share their same black card as well. Or I guess that was really important to him, because he had developed this really intense relationship with his director of photography. The director has so much to think about that if he has these people sort of taking over these roles and the director trusts these people, it just lifts so much off of his chest. I know it suddenly frees him up now. Now he can really look at the scene and really kind of look at the actors and really kind of understand or trust that he's kind of hitting the points without actually having to worry about, the lighting was off, or the camera, the shot was getting a little shaky at the end, or something. He can, if he trusts his crew and he trusts his DP enough, he's suddenly freed up to do all the other things, the immense amount of work that goes into making a movie. There are going to be those times where a director wants something really specific, and you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to work with them, and it's always a bit of a relief when the director can just go like, here, let me just show you what I'm thinking, and then maybe he can grab the camera and do it. There's not I wouldn't suggest coming onto a movie without a DP. I think a camera op is probably one of the most crucial roles of a film set. But if a director knows what he wants and maybe it's not coming through exactly how he wants it, there are no rules to filmmaking.